When you move to a new place, it takes a while to figure out the dining options. In retirement, we try to cook so that we eat healthier. We try to eat at home a little bit more so we can save some money.
Right.
However, now that we live in Marco, there are some amazing options for meals that when we're entertaining family or friends, we tend to head out.
I bet there's at least 100 restaurants here, but we wanted to share with you at least.
Wow, yeah, you went to a new one this morning.
I did. I mean, there's so many, but we wanted to share with you a few of our favorites in each category: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then also special occasion dinners, because there are such wide range of choices here. And we've been really having a lot of fun getting to meet the owners of the restaurants and share some really good meals with friends.
Yeah, and by no means, this isn't all the restaurants on the island, but a few of our very favorites, and a few that we visited a few times would be like an understatement, quite often, when we have family and friends down.
Yeah, there are your favorites, and I have my favorites.
Yeah.
But for me, I tend to be a creature of habit. So once I find a restaurant or a deli or something that I like, I could go there once a week.
You could legit go there every day.
Not every day.
Oh my God.
Well, we don't eat out every day, but I would go there.
But if we're ever at a loss for where to eat, those are your go-to.
But you're the researcher. You're the want to experiment. You want to try new places, and that's great because we tried a lot of new places. So why don't we jump in? And by the way, we did print out a PDF of all the restaurants that we talk about on this, with their name, phone number, a link to their website, so you can enjoy the same restaurants that we do.
And we included on there whether or not they're on Open Table, because I know a lot of people like to make reservations.
Well, a great restaurant for breakfast. Let's do breakfast first.
Okay.
The Smith House, which is on the north end of the island, and it's in what's called Old Marco, and it's so cool because it's in this little enclave of other stores. Libby Fish Market's in there. You can get fresh fish while you're there. It's a cute little shopping area.
There's a wellness spa in there. Yeah. There's some cute little shops. There's a few art galleries there.
But you feel like you're in Old Marco. It feels very quaint and old. And there's great choices for breakfast. I mean, everything and anything you want. Very healthy to, I wouldn't say unhealthy, but traditional bacon, eggs, home fries. They have great... oh my gosh, their home fries.
Their avocado
hash
toast.
Browns are good. Avocado toast is amazing. And they have this bowl, this really healthy bowl with avocado and fruit and mangoes. Are there mangoes in the bowl?
I think there are. But, the other thing to note, I know we're in breakfast, but they're also open for lunch and dinner, and there's music right next door, which is really fun.
Yeah, that is cool.
Has a good vibe at lunchtime and dinner as well.
So all the way down here on the south side of the island, or maybe in the middle, is the Red Rooster. And... it's funny, the guy that owns his name is Al. Is it Al? Alan. Alan opened the Red Rooster April 1st during COVID.
Right.
And he was shut down like April 15th. But this is a great restaurant. Great staff, great food selection.
A lot of outdoor seating.
Yeah, it's my favorite coffee on the island, other than
the Ely
at JW Marriott. But this is really a great place to come and have breakfast. We're open for lunch too. But breakfast is good. When I do one of my long bike rides, I always come home, jump in the car, head down there to have one of their skillets.
Right.
And I love I think it's called the California skillet. So it's scrambled eggs with bacon, sausage, potatoes, avocado to get me a lot of protein. And again, they have really good hash browns.
They do. You love the hash browns.
I do.
Another place here on the island, right on Collier Boulevard, is a place called Doreen's Cup of Joe. And I'll tell you one thing about Doreen's. They don't take reservations, but you have to get there early. It's probably the most popular breakfast spot on the island. It has a complete island feel with kind of an indoor-outdoor seating, plenty of room for large groups or small groups. We love the front porch. And they're also open for lunch.
They are. Now, I just tried a new breakfast place today, Isle Morada. Yeah, Isle Morada. So I think I just was today. It was great. Yeah. I'll add that to the list. But, maybe what we'll do on the list is add more restaurants than we actually had a chance to talk about.
That'd be great.
But all of these breakfast places are kid-friendly. Many of them allow you to bring your dog on a leash to sit at tableside.
Outside.
But here's a big warning. They're busy, particularly in season. If they open at 8, you really want to get there at 7:30. If you expect to arrive at 9 o'clock on a Saturday and get a table, you're going to wait an hour and a half.
Yeah, guaranteed. Especially if you're a larger party, for sure. But Doreen's Cup of Joe is spectacular.
So lunch. So one of the great places on the island that used to be a small little hole in the wall where you could get sandwiches and pizzas, which we heard about when we first got here 2 years ago, the Italian Deli and Market. This place is amazing. They bought a piece of land, they built a building, and when we came down last spring, there was this massive building with like 10 employees. They have a full bar. It is incredible place to get really any kind of food that you want in a fun atmosphere.
It is a fun atmosphere. They open at 11, which makes it hard to get sandwiches to go to the beach. But if you call an order, they always have it ready. Their staff is always really friendly and ready to go. They also have takeout stuff for dinner, like pre-made.
Well, plus you can eat dinner there.
Well, you can eat dinner there, but if you're grab and go and you want to eat at home and make your own big salad, they have, chicken parmesan, chicken cacciatore. They always have like pre-made dishes. And we found it to be really our go-to sandwich to take to the beach.
Yeah, they know us by first name in there, which is great. Now, the other place for lunch, Mango's Dockside, which is really cool. That's in the middle of the island, located in something called the Esplanade. And in there are two other restaurants, I think Deep Lagoon Fish and CJ's by the Bay.
Yes.
Which are good. We should add them to the list. But we like Mango's. We really do. And they're open. I think they're also open for breakfast. But a great lunch spot, and if you want to be on the water and where there's a big marina and you want to see boats, that's the place to go. And as a bonus...
It happens to be right next to my yoga.
It's next to your yoga. But if you're a dessert person,
yeah.
Cold Stone Creamery is right in the same Esplanade.
Yeah, it is. It is. But Mango's is great. Great salads, great sandwiches, great, and great entrees even at dinner.
Right,
But we've only ever been there
right.
for lunch. Another place for lunch that if you were doing a later lunch, like as the sun's going down in the 5:30 range, if you did a later lunch or a lunch that's going to kind of bleed into dinner, it's right on the south side of the island. It's called Sunset Grill. And it's actually in a building called the Apollo.
It's in a condo complex, right?
Right out on the beach.
Yeah, great spot.
And it's a great spot. Very popular. I will tell you they have, and I'm from Philadelphia, they actually have a very good cheesesteak there. Amazing place for sunset. Great little outdoor bar for drinks. And it's really a quaint place.
One more place that we love, and you can actually walk to it if you're on the beach, is called Quinn's on the Beach, which is located on the property of the JW Marriott. I mean, it's legit on the beach because you can get tables in the sand.
Yeah.
Midday, you have to try to get an umbrella because it is bright sun out there. But another great fun spot, and there's something on the menu for everyone. And it's also... it didn't make our list, but I just put it on there. It's a good spot for a romantic dinner if you can get there early and get one of the outside tables in the sand.
And watch the sun go down.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
Incredible.
Watching the sun go down over the Gulf there is really, really
All right.
pretty.
Dinner. All of these restaurants for dinner, you have to make reservations. Do not think you can walk in. I mean, you can to a few, but you're going to wait.
Especially if you're in season.
Right. So one of our favorites is La Tavola. Absolutely one of our favorites. We'll go there 2 or 3 times a month. Great bar inside. There's live music at night. Food is good. Great wine list. It's a little pricier, but it's worth it because the food is great. And it's right next door to mini golf. So if you want to play golf after dinner, you can do that.
For me, it has the best chicken Milanese. Not only on the island, but almost that I've ever had.
Yep.
I mean, and I love a good chicken Milanese.
So something a little more fun for the family, Joey's Pizza and Pasta House. Joey is the son of the owner of Doreen's
Cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe.
Get the
This
Joe?
is Joey. Joey's Doreen's son.
Right.
Super casual. Lots of families are in there. Great pizza. There's a great, huge 3-sided bar you can eat at.
It's a big sports bar, actually,
Yeah,
with big screen TVs that hang over the bar. You can watch games.
Garlic knots, great salads,
Yep.
good Italian food. And our favorite is Joey's Way Thin Pizza, which is really thin and crispy, and it comes with sausage. You can add other stuff, so it's super.
Another place that we go, and we go there and we also take out from there, is called Sushi by KJ. And it's some of the best sushi we've actually had. They have a sister restaurant up in Naples, and they've got lots of seating indoors and outdoors, and they've recently expanded and took over a little shop next door just to have more seating.
But if you want to do takeout or you want to eat there, I don't think they take reservations. You have to go early, like everything else. So you just, unless you don't mind having a drink and waiting, it's fine, but it's legit really good sushi.
Good noodles.
Highly recommend
good
it.
Thai food, but you have to love the spice because their Thai food is spicy.
So my second favorite, or one of my 2 favorites, Verdi, right in the middle of the island. It's tied for me with La Tavola. and we go back and
It's
forth
a
on that.
family-owned restaurant.
It is. It's great Italian food. They always have great specials. The one thing that you don't like or that you prefer could be different is the outside seating is right in the parking lot, which is
my
fine,
thing is
but
the ambiance isn't as good as the food. So if you're going there for the food and you've got a great table that you can just talk, I mean, otherwise you are kind of sitting in the parking lot.
You don't. Well, here's the thing: don't walk up to Verdi's and say, "Oh my God, this isn't exactly what I was thinking."
Right.
It's a great spot.
The food is amazing.
Great staff, great food. Definitely go. So let's talk about
Special occasions.
A couple of special occasions, and then we're.
So my favorite restaurant on the island, and Mark and I disagree on this one, is Sale Pepe. And
favorite for special occasions.
It is.
I mean, I would say that's my favorite for special occasions.
You would? Wow, this is a revelation, folks.
Well, I didn't say it's my favorite on the island, but for special occasions, yes.
Yeah. So if I have a girlfriend down and Mark's out of town, we'll book at Sale Pepe, have a drink at the bar, watch the sun go down over the Gulf in this beautiful. It's a little bit fancy, white tablecloth, higher price, but exceptional service, amazing staff. They really do treat you like royalty. Great Italian food with an extensive wine list. And we always make it a point to have our special occasions there.
To give you an idea.
So we went there the day before Christmas Eve.
I do like going there, but it's more expensive, so you have to be prepared for that.
Right.
And the service is off the chart. So when there's 4 people there and you order your meal, when it comes out, there's not one person bringing it. There's like 6. They just bring everything down, and it's kind of cool. So it is nice. The other place that's great for special occasions, we have a really good steakhouse on the island called Marco Prime. And you know what? If you feel like steak, that's where you should go. They have fish and chicken and other stuff, but great wine, and it's located in this area. I don't know what it's called, like a plaza.
Yeah.
There's 2 other restaurants in there owned by the same family, Da Vinci and Oyster Society. So there's a movie theater there.
There is.
So there's a lot
It's actually a dinner movie theater.
Yeah, there's a lot of electricity and energy there. So that's Marco Prime is a good spot.
The other place that we go for special occasions is off the island, just over the bridge, and it is wonderful. It's called L'Osteria Capri. And it's right on the water in the Isle of Capri. It's about a 10-minute drive, which isn't too bad. It's a little standalone building, but you feel really remote when you get there.
I would say that's the one restaurant where you really feel like you're on vacation. You really feel like you're away from everything. You can watch the sun go down. It is higher priced, like Sala Pepe
or
and Marco Prime, but that's okay. If you want to get really good food, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But we save this place for special occasions too. And the other thing to think about, there's this great catamaran sunset cruise that leaves right from there, and we've done this before.
It's called Cool Beans.
Is it? Cool Beans.
Cool Beans is the catamaran
service.
service.
Cool Beans sunset
cruise.
And make reservations when you get back. They tell you exactly when you'll be back at this restaurant.
Yeah.
It's really a great evening.
We couldn't possibly cover all the restaurants we love in one video. Maybe we'll do another one in the fall because we are going to try some more, and maybe we'll even branch out and do some in Goodland,
right?
Or even up in Naples because there are
some
great restaurants.
But that's part of why we ended up moving. One of the things that attracted us to moving to Marco was all of the restaurants and everything else. So watch this next video where we talk about the process that Jody and I went through when deciding where to have our second home. We have some really specific goals, and Marco met all of them.